back twice in a row. 3-3, planes all in my home. First G, tell it out when I make a song. Let my brother date. Swift, yeah. Show her how to get the money, oh. Jimmy showing, yeah. Big old player, tryna get in her heart with no call. Chopping it wrong, ain't right how you using your tone. May I man right now. Check out how I'm living, I just went and got another. Millions in the bank, got another million flow. 1.3 each, stay added up if you can't count. $250,000 chain, $250,000 car. Wow, I know how to get it in my mama house. $1 million business, I ain't never turned down. Me and Casey, yeah, new coupe. Take off, cause I know these ain't gon' hand that new suit, yeah, big boss. I'm knowing I ain't hearing not a young thing. Double back twice in a row, 3-3, planes all in my home. First G, tell it out when I make a song. Let my brother date.
Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. So for the Lakers, their last game, a loss to the Jazz.
I mean, they went into that one with the thought that they may have a chance. No.
It wasn't pretty. That's definitely the case. I mean, I know they'd like to scrub that game from their memories and actually erase it from the hard drive.
And Clark, this should be a good one. We've got a rare interconference rivalry in store for you tonight.
Yeah, the history runs deep between these two teams. And they only play twice a year, which adds to the level of intensity. So, you know, both of these teams put a lot of value on this one.
Here's Davis. Off the inbound, no good. Here's Williams. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
Lakers ball.
And it's Davis with the ball for Los Angeles. It's a 5-point game. Inside. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Yeah, you know, LeBron is already top 10 in career assists, okay? And he's also continuing to rack up the dimes and climbing just about every all-time chart there is in the NBA.
Off the inbound. And finished off by LeBron.
James throwing it down with that power dunk. You know, the defense can't allow him to get what he wants inside because that's easy pickings for LeBron.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Pass to Davis. Back to James. Lets it go with a 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Oh, great ball movement there.
That'll be a 5-second call.
A couple of turnovers for him in just the last 2 minutes. He needs to be a little more careful with the rock out there.
And here is Los Angeles now. James wide open. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Yeah, just a sloppy start. He has got to do a better job of valuing the possessions.
I agree with you. Already 4 turnovers for him. You've got to trust your offense, and you've got to trust your teammates.
Now here's Brown. Running around 26.5 points a game. Rarely has an off night.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided. And Jaylen Brown is such a force on the offensive end. Hard to keep that guy out of the paint. Terrific finisher at the rim.
Now, here is Russell. 17 points in his last outing. Reeves can't hit. Tatum with it. Offensively, he's been a one-man wrecking crew. His scoring average is over 30 points a game. And maybe the only weakness for Brown is his handle on the ball.
And it's something that he's worked on every offseason. Still, though, susceptible to turnovers while dribbling. That's one of the very few weaknesses in his game.
Now, here is Russell. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Hey, if you gonna bullshit, just quit, nigga.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Sit by myself, talking to the moon.
Pull up the single turn up. 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 Ooh, yeah, come for the pull off a certain, yeah, come set the move, yeah, you come like some, yeah, come make the move.
I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports.
And just walking around this city, everyone wants to talk about this team. They're playing great basketball. The fans love them. This arena is going to be electric.
And we're at the point of the season where we really start seeing teams dial in for the playoff push, Grant.
Oh, such an exciting time, BA. And for some teams, the playoffs start now. We've got bubble teams in both conferences battling for positioning, and every game has playoff implications.
Stolen by Russell. To the middle. Here's Davis. And Davis slams it home.
Does anybody else think it's just too easy for AD sometimes? Just an easy board and put back.
Stolen by Russell. It's James on the wing. Fires the three. Tries again. It's stolen away. Right side Booker. Ayton. And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints, but probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year.
Pass to Davis. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Assisted by
Davis has got his second bucket on the night.
Look, I can't think of a better partner to have a pick and roll with than Davis. Sets hard screens and has soft hands to match.
Outside Paul. Back to Durant. Outside for Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good on the triple. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's James. Shoots over Ayton. No good. A bit long that time.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Here's Durant. No luck on that one. Excellent D there from Davis. Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Now here's Booker. He's a tough guy to check, averaging almost 28 points a game. Outside Paul. The Suns need to get off a shot. For 3, Durant. Vanderbilt pulls it in.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to James.
2 minutes.
Now Davis. Goes back up. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Kevin Durant.
What separates AD from most big men is he's just got every tool at his disposal, and he knows exactly when to use them.
As for the Lakers, you think this is the last team LeBron plays for?
You know, B.A., he certainly wants to play with his son. We know that. Now, whether that's in the purple and gold, only time will tell. It would definitely be fun to see them both with this storied franchise.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
And this is how AD led the league in block shots. It's not just his wingspan, but it's his awareness, his basketball IQ when it comes to reading the game.
Now here's Davis. Give him 8 points now. Chalk up 2 there. Davis has got 10.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. The Celtics are looking to grab one here for the home fans in Boston before heading out on the road.
Yeah, and they're going through right now one of those situations that's just difficult to deal with. Doubt begins to really creep in when the losses continue to mount, and then you can have splintering, which doesn't help the situation.
Pass to Horford. And a dunk by Horford.
How about Horford showing you that he knows a little bit about elevation? Big fella bouncing to the rack.
And Jason Tatum seems, GA, like he's on the verge of being a superstar in the league.
And Kevin, some would say he is already there. It feels like he's going to win an MVP in the next 5 years. He's already shown he can lead a team to the final.
Brown extremely accomplished down low and worthy of respect as a result. Destroys whoever tries to guard him in the paint.
He takes it in. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Russell. 17 points in his last outing.
And the defensive prowess of Williams, just effective at altering shots and almost getting into the heads of shooters.
Back to Brown. It's good from long range. Brown's got 7 points in the game.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
To the left wing. 2 points. That one goes.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
Pass to Tatum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Davis. And with most of the season behind us, Clark, we've really gotten to know this rookie class well.
Well, Kevin, they won't be rookies much longer. But, yeah, it's always fun to see how these guys develop and grow during the course of a season. And some of these young fellas have shown us a ton of long-term promising potential.
Back to Davis. Pass to Vanderbilt. And stolen by Horford. Left side, Brown. The Celtics working the ball around now. It's Brown on the wing. Now Smart. 5 to shoot. Tatum with it. Brown inside the line. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Substitutions for the Celtics. Grant Williams. Derek White.
James with it. Last game out, 36 points for him. Here's Davis. Second chance effort. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, Davis, so dominant, so strong, so athletic, so skilled. He got everything he wanted right there.
And the turnover again by Boston. And Greg, up and down this Celtics roster, so many of their key players were drafted by the Boston Celtics.
And Tatum and Brown at the core, but also credit to their front office. Rare to find a powerhouse built from homegrown talent.
It has got to be terribly frustrating to deal with Anthony Davis when you're guarding him. I mean, you try to get physical with him. You don't give him a clean look, and he still winds up with the bucket and the foul.
Here's Hauser. Last game, 26 points. There's a screen. Here's Brogdon. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And you know, at 6'5", Brogdon is a threat to dunk it now. You've got to respect his height. And he gets up pretty good, too.
The shot's good from LeBron.
And you can see when he has the basket in his sights, he's going to attack. And once he's in tight, he is a terrific finisher.
Out of bounds, Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession.
Now into the lineup for the Celtics, Jaylen Brown.
109 left here in the opening quarter. Shot clock at 6. White with it. He's picked up by Russell. Brown wide open. He fires. A three-pointer is right on target. Brown's got 10 points in the game.
Hey, guys, that's just outstanding confidence from Brown. I mean, getting up with the shot right away and giving the defense no time to react, that's impressive.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And, you know, this guy simply does not age. LeBron remains a dominant force in this league despite being in the league since 2003.
Davis in the corner. Off the left rim and out.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Outside, White. Brogdon with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Brown outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on LeBron James.
And Brown is a guy who is hunting contact. Defenders have to be more cautious around him when they're defending.
And taken away by Brown. 2 on the clock. And the rejection by James. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Celtics out in front, up 6. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Boston.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
Brogdon looking it over. And Davis pulls it down. And it's Davis with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. They trail by 6. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
I mean, they went into that one with the thought that they may have a chance. No.
It wasn't pretty. That's definitely the case. I mean, I know they'd like to scrub that game from their memories and actually erase it from the hard drive.
Pass to LeBron. LeBron is doubled. And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Now LeBron. And get a load of his scoring totals. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game. Tatum no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. And they double up James. From the arc, Reeves gets the bucket. Reeves has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, LeBron James is clearly a tremendously talented passer. When a guy is open, he'll get him the ball.
Brown inside. He's got 14. Pass to Horford. 16 feet away. And he connects with the jumper. Horford's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Hey, you cannot dismiss Horford's mid-range game. I mean, he's more than happy to rise up and splash those mid-range jumpers.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. We know the league's cracking down on those dangerous plays that risk a player's health. Why was that less of a focus when you play?
That's a great question. You know, I think it's smarter to approach the game this way. We don't want to have unnecessary injury because of guys maybe just taking it a little too far with the physicality.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The Lakers are, of course, one of the league's storied franchises. And Magic Johnson was asked recently if they have the best all-time collection of players. He says it's not even close. Outside of Bill, we have all the dominant closers. Kobe, Jerry, LeBron now, Irving. Come on now, it's just too many Lakers. Kevin, back to you.
He's got a point, David, and we thank you for your report.
Doesn't take a lot for AD to get to the rim. With his length, he can throw it down easily.
Man, is it easy to remain in awe of the greatness of LeBron James. Clark, this is a guy that just doesn't seem to age. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's really one of the remarkable runs in the history of sports in my mind, quite honestly, Kevin. On and off the floor. We know he spends a lot of time and money to keep his body in peak shape. He yet is still not showing any real signs of slowing down. We know Father Time is undefeated. But I tell you what, LeBron is giving it a run for its money.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. Looked like they were just going through the motions.
Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
The Lakers making a switch here. That'll be a 5-second call.
estaba. Tengo todo lo que le gusta a las nenas, la labia, pasta, el dinero, la vela. Si quieres más, que busque Andela. Si suena Nicky y toda la baby resuena. Tengo todo lo que le gusta a las nenas, la labia, pasta, el dinero, la vela. Si quieres más, que busque Andela. Si suena Nicky y toda la baby resuena. Tengo todo, voy por la cuarta vela. Y ando con un flow que te quema. Mira, se cree en G, no roba mi energía. Contacto y emociones, física y condiciones, música y aviones. No olvido cuando, pero se anda diciendo que tú lo estás perdiendo. El flow que tú te llevas, baby, no estás teniendo. Cuando a ti te escuchan se quedan esquizos. No es por compromiso, pero puede estar mejor. Cuando a mí me escucha rompen hasta el piso. Lo mantengo listo porque tengo todo lo que le gusta a la nena, labia, pasta, el dinero, la vela. Si quieres más, que busquen candela. Si viene preta, toda la baby le suena.
Tengo barras, tengo cash, tengo flow. I got what you like and I could get a little more. I got what you need and I could get it for the low. Tengo lo que quieren y lo que quieren soy yo.
Tengo todo lo que le gusta a esa fiera. Tú tírame la ubi que mi le llega. Estamos entrando la disco y como un chicle se pega. Esa mami está dura, yo le rompí los esquemas. Ve, baila y suda lo que digan. Esa chica es extrema, Si me mira de noche la busca y destaca. Quiere meneo, no plata. Cuando viene de frente con esos ojitos bonitos color verde.
Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter.
Yeah, they definitely made some plays, but never got into any kind of rhythm and just couldn't keep up.
I'll tell you, that's a great way to put it, because I thought they were all over the place. They never settled into any kind of rhythm.
Now here's Siakam. Pass to Barnes. Over Gobert. McDaniels with the rebound. Now here's Towns. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line. Hey, it's an exciting time of year with the playoffs on the horizon. Grant, should teams start changing up their rotations with the postseason in mind?
You know, B.A., I'm not a big fan of that. Of course, seeding is so important in the postseason, but I don't think it's time to start experimenting. It's still about winning games and getting into the best position possible.
Now here's Van Vliet, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Siakam, no good. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Pass to McDaniels. To the middle. Here's Towns. Shoots over Anunoby. Shot's good by Towns.
Well, if you're going to concede anything, I guess you'd prefer Towns get to the mid-range, but boy, he is so consistent.
From 8 feet away. Siakam outside. Now here's Anunoby. And stolen by Edwards. Anunoby can't get it to go.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Yep, count it.
Boy, Mike Conley, the ability to change gears on the drive, that is pretty. One thing that's defined Mike Conley's career in the NBA is his mastery and understanding of the point guard position. Don't sleep on his athleticism now either, though. Vertical at the combine was 40.5 inches. Folks, not a lot of people achieve that number. Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
Shot is good by Edwards.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Pass to Van Vliet. It's Barnes on the wing. Looking to end the run. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Rudy Gobert picks one up. And if you know about Conley's family, you know where he gets his athletic ability.
Well, we know Mike Sr. is a gold medalist in the triple jump. He's in the track and field Hall of Fame. No wonder Mike Jr. can jump out of the gym.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Now here's Siakam. Phenomenal stats on a consistent basis. Puts up over 24 points a game. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Pass to Towns. To the paint. Here's Gobert. Shoots over Siakam. Oh, and there's Rudy Gobert. A fantastic play.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Van Vliet with it. He's picked up by Edwards. And here's Barnes. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Jacks up a three, and the three-pointer goes.
Now, this is the aspect that he's got to continue to work on, but Scotty Barnes will get dangerous from deep. Nice shot there.
Now here's Conley. 17 points in his last outing. Here's Towns. He can't get that one to fall. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. In transition, here they come. And then Siakam with the jam.
When you have vision at the forward spot, it always opens up and elevates a team. Scotty Barnes passing on display.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Shakes him. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Van Vliet.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
And the Raptors making a change here. Minnesota in the lead. Right side McDaniels. Towns. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Towns has got 8.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
Here's Achua. That shot off. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss at the hands of the Pelicans.
Yeah, it was a tough one to watch. There were some bright moments, but ultimately their mistakes caught up with them.
To be perfectly frank with you, I'm surprised it was as close as it was. I thought they were outclassed all night.
Pass to Van Vliet. And stolen by Edwards. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Timberwolves. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back after this word. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
So far, they've had a lot of success off fast break plays, and they'll probably continue to push the tempo as much as possible.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
And Towns' three-pointer is elite, but some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Brad?
Well, I mean, first of all, this shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
You know, one expression you hear from a lot of coaches nowadays, threatening drives. What's the value of breaking the paint?
BA, dribble penetration is so important, particularly in today's game. With the spacing and the great shooting on the perimeter, if you can get to the paint, one, you may score at the rim, but if the defense collapses, now you have an opportunity to find an open shooter from three.
This guy doesn't need to get off his feet that much to get above the rim. Rudy Gobert making his presence felt.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Trent. Oh, they pick off the pass. Pass to Edwards. And
Yeah. Keep going. Put my kids in Givenchy. She must ain't 1 + 1 is 3. I can't support your personal needs. She don't got a mortgage, moved in with a needy. Be capping them cars, be leased. Youngest in charge, I speak for the streets. I would nod and nod. They woke up a beast. Struggle what made me. We used to have water for dinner. We didn't have nothing to eat. Soon as I get on this, they gon' look on me better like with me. Yeah. I'ma turn up on a hater every chance that I get. I want the biggest watch that they got. Don't care if they hurt my wrist. All I wish I would claim that. They when they get, we got a hood full of. Soon as they say we can't come, you know we'll run around that. You can mix me with that mix, you know I live in the mix. Money, cars, and clothing. You know I live in the mix. Money, cars, and clothing.
I'm from the trenches. Be talked on the net, but really be there for attention. They be talking like they really rich, but really be begging me under my pictures. I give her 40, 50,000 cash to start up a business. I spend that at the dentist. I'd rather pay up on rent for a year just to get out of her feelings. I'm in the Lambo truck in my hood, nobody gon' tell me. Going to Cali, I pick my for sure, nobody gon' mail me. I need cash, don't sell me. Baby got his hood, I'm smashing, you can tell they really rich. Drop the low, ain't no room right now, I took her to the O. Then I put up on the lamp, cause she a fan of Booney Mo. I got the city on lock, all the ops. I be around with $3 million in jewelry, I'm standing on all the blocks. This an anthem, in the phantom, Black Rose truck with the always seems to remind me I'm sitting on Panda, I love my cousin, she was a dancer. I love my brother, he was a scammer. Sit on my lap cause I'm she calling me handsome.
I'ma turn up on a hater every chance that I get. I want the biggest watch that they got. Don't care if that hurt my.
Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Right now, the Hornets are back in town for just one game and looking to play well for their home fans. This, their first look at this year's New York squad. And a season ago, Clark, they won the matchup, winning 3 and losing just 1.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
You're right. They're the better team. I mean, they expect to win this matchup. We'll see if they can take care of business tonight. Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
And how exciting it must be to have LaMelo Ball, Clark, on your team.
Kevin, clearly one of the most exciting guards in the league. The anticipation was through the roof for Ball, and needless to say, I think he's lived up to it.
Pass to Washington. Here's Hayward. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, keeping that ball tight like it's on a string. I love seeing Hayward get a little tricky with his handle and create for himself.
In the corner, Barrett with it. They get it again. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Brunson. The rebound by LaMelo Ball.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Boy, lock into that focus from Washington there. Love the body control, too. Excellent.
Pass to Robinson. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Now, here's Washington. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
To the paint. Here's Randall. Pass to Hart. Barrett with the ball. His last outing, he had 18 points. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Greg, just like you, Julius Randle is a southpaw, left-handed.
Yeah, and you know, the angles are different for lefties. We operate a little differently. And I think that can throw defenders off. So I'm always going to pull for the southpaw.
And, you know, the impressive ascension of Randle has been a lot of fun to watch. I mean, he's a double-double threat who plays with relentless energy.
And coming down the stretch here, Greg, a lot left to decide, especially for teams on the playoff bubble.
And, Kevin, the play-in tournaments add another level of complexity. I'll say this. The league now has more teams fighting all the way to the end.
Now here's Brunson. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
With the step back. Over in the corner, Rozier. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
You've got to defend this. I mean, Rozier is more than willing to take the 3 ball if you give it to him.
Back to Brunson. Williams with the block. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. 3-pointer, Hayward. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
From deep 3-point range. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
You know, confidence is a big part of success in the NBA. And when Hart is assertive like this, it helps him get going.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. 1:24 left in the first quarter. It's stolen by Randall. And here we go. The fast break. Brunson's got it. Good on the triple.
Showing improvement in that aspect of his game. Barrett wants to get better firing off the catch.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Tom Thibodeau. This will be the first game this season against this team. He knows they're great rim protectors, but he doesn't want his guys to back down. He told them, push the action, stay confident. You may get one sent back. Don't let that deter you at all. So, Kevin, they're going to keep trying to be aggressive all game.
We appreciate that, David. Thanks. Yeah, that defense, something to be reckoned with. Greg, we'll see how it plays out.
Well, it's important to be patient. The other team's going to take certain things away. Just keep probing, trying to find that weakness.
And, you know, one of the things you can do is try to speed up the pace. Make them react to what you're doing instead of the other way around. Don't play on your heels. Be the aggressor.
A break in the era of positionless basketball. Mitchell Robinson is an old-school center, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, during his first 4 years in the league, Robinson didn't attempt a single 3. Has led the league in shooting percentage, so Mitchell knows his role.
Boy, down low, Randall can throw those 250 LBs around and create havoc. Tough for the defense to slow him down.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And Randall throws it down.
With the handle goes Julius Randle. Boy, there's a lot you got to like about this kid.
Here's Smith. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Hornets lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Now, here's Oubre. And that one, good. Ball's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Hornets.
This is what height in the backcourt gives you. Ball can get almost anything he wants in there because of that size.
Hart, no good. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Hornets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Ball feeling it out a bit. They get it back. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington.
Even though he's not the tallest power forward, Washington does have good bounce and a long reach. Plays bigger than he is.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
It's Barrett on the wing. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Barrett's got 6.
Well, the numbers show it. R.J. Barrett much more comfortable shooting from the corner.
Back to Ball. Just 5 to shoot. On the wing, Rozier. Over Barrett. And the shot falls short this time.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Randall no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Now Ball. He's got 6. And here is Rozier. Pass the ball. Over Hart. Ball no good. Knicks trailed by 8. Brunson goes in. Plays it up and banks it in.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And here is Washington. Oubre outside. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
In the corner, Barrett with it. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Barrett's got 6 points in the quarter. Clark, when the casual fan looks at a stat sheet, turnovers sometimes go overlooked. They don't really grab your attention. But as a player, how conscious of turnovers were you?
Extremely conscious of it, Kevin, because you know possessions are valuable and you don't want to be limiting your team in possessions. And you don't want your teammates to be sloppy. You don't want to be sloppy. And most of the time you want to try to force your opponents into turnovers, not make them yourself.
And it's good. 2 points.
And, you know, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
To the inside. Randall. That one misses. Hayward with some nice D. Pass to Bouknight. Outside, Martin. Charlotte moving the ball around. Here's Richards. Here's Bouknight. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. There's a minute left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Hartenstein. Brunson with a clean look. And again, New York with the triple.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Smith outside. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Jalen Brunson.
That's on Jalen Brunson.
Personal foul.
Yeah, Dennis Smith Jr. so relentless in attacking defenders. Makes him hard to guard and to game plan for.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that.
Absolutely.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass. can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And Brunson, here we go. And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That's his first foul.
Second team foul. Mid substitution will be Tyler.
Barrett wide open. He fires. Drops one in from the wing. Barrett's got 8 points here in this quarter.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Hornets on top. They're up by 2. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Hornets. They've held a 12-point lead early. Down low. There's a screen by Washington. Pocket 6. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the content.
And Ball really confident even amongst the big fellas inside, which is why he's able to draw these fouls.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
You know, guys, that's not quite the same success rate he had at the line last year, although it is somewhat in the neighborhood of last year's numbers.
Faster quickly. Barrett for 3. Rebound by Williams.
That's exactly how you win a rebound battle. Get good position and then use your strength to hold on to that position.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Knicks trail by 5.
And for Terry Rozier, all of his efficiency numbers are way up the last couple of years. Here's a guy who was just 37% from the field during his time in Boston.
Here's Rozier. And he makes good on the layup. Rozier's got his second basket of the night.
You know, inside Rozier certainly doesn't have the height advantage, but he's quick and crafty and can find ways to the basket.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much, guys. Growing up, Mitchell Robinson didn't play basketball, but a 7-inch growth spurt in the 8th grade changed things. He fell to the 36th pick overall in 2018, but his physical tools have made him a presence. One key to his success, he says, just run the floor. If you're the first man down the court, you can get the ball. Kevin, that sounds pretty simple to me.
It does to me, too. Keep it simple and use that athleticism. David, thanks. And the numbers of Terry Rozier. As you mentioned, they're getting better bit by bit.
Scary Terry's three-point shooting is way up, and that helps big time. With experience, Rozier isn't forcing things offensively, becoming a much better decision maker. And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
That one goes in.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Ball, and he uses the glass on the layup. Ball's got 9.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Ball, the bounce pass. There's a screen by Washington. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Washington's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
And they recover it. Hart. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 10 points for him. And the Hornets call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Oubre, left side. Pass to Bouknight. Charlotte moving the ball around. And it's Washington missing. Knicks trail by 5. Out to Barrett. Fires the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Incredible night for Barrett. He scores in a multitude of ways, and he brings the effort on every possession.
Here's Bouknight. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, good job to take him right at the knee.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
There's 49 seconds left in the third. Pass to Hart. To the middle. Back to Brunson. It's Hart on the wing. New York needs to get off a shot. Brunson, no good. Charlotte leading by 3. And a Oubre, the drive. Rebounded by Hart.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Driving to the basket. A steal. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Hornets lead by 3. And we're coming back in just a moment. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Brunson with it. To tie it up. Drills it from outside. And it's all knotted up.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Stolen by Brunson. It's Hart on the wing. Back to Brunson. Pass to Hart. To take the lead. And again, New York with the triple. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Knicks.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
They're very fast, but also at the defensive end, how about the way they've been able to deny shot opportunities, just tearing the opposition up in terms of denials.
They get it back. Back to Brunson. 5 to shoot. A second chance effort. That shot off the mark. And the Hornets now going the other way. Now, here's Rozier. Inside. The shot by Williams, no good. New York trailing. Down low. Randall. And Randall throws it down.
You know, once he has the positioning he wants, he's ready for the big finish. Julius Randle throwing it down.
Stolen by Brunson. Got a hand on it. Hayward outside. Pass the ball. Williams a screen. Richards controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Hornets lead by 1. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Hornets?
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And also the hustle showing through with all those steals and not giving much breathing room for the offense to operate.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. This is still a close game, and he told his guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win. Guys?
Thank you, David. 4 on the shot clock. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. And Williams is right there. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swing.
There's Rozier. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. There's a screen by Washington. Out left to the wing. Pass to Rozier. Williams a screen. Randall with the block.
Well, you can't go up weak against Randall, otherwise he's going to block.
And so the ball is out of bounds. Rozier touched it last. Charlotte making a switch. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Johnson with it. Williams picks him up. Pass to Robinson. 6 to shoot. Now Randall. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Randall's got the lead up to 1 now for New York. And the Hornets call time here. They're behind by 1. 1:04 left to play here in the fourth. Williams in the post. With the crossover. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Mitchell Robinson. First free throw is good, and that ties the game up. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
Nicely done. Without much separating these teams, that's when you have to make good at the line.
Pass to Robinson. Out to Barrett. Back to Robinson. Robinson with it. 6 on the shot clock. And a fast break now for the Hornets. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Trifecta!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Barrett for 3. Back to Randall. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Boy, this young kid is fun. Randall proving that the moment, not too big for him.
Charlotte calls timeout. They lead by 2. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that's an intentional foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try to extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And this is who Ball is. A guy that embraces getting fouled and wanting to step it up for his team.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Hayward, no stranger to having the ball in the clutch, which gives his team great confidence going down the stretch.
Here's Brunson. Beyond the arc. A shot, no good. So a close game sees Charlotte taking this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but...
Look like you, hey, I'm big stepping. For me, look like I'm bench pressing. Big stepping. Get to talking, then I'ma get to chin checking. Big stepping. For me, look like I'm bench pressing.